Parents and guardians are urged to maintain vigilant during the festive holiday season as children become vulnerable to dangers. South Africa continues to face a missing children crisis worsened by systemic failures. Advocacy groups report finds that to date a number of missing children cases have gone cold after a short period, leaving families in distress. Let's discuss this now with criminologist and Missing Children South Africa coordinator Bianca van Aswegen. Good morning. Welcome to Newsroom Africa.
Good morning. Thank you so much for having me.
Now, Bianca, when we talk about missing children, people often think it's rare. So from what you are seeing on the ground, how real and how widespread is this crisis in South Africa right now?
It's a daily crisis in our country. We see these cases being reported to us on a daily basis of children going missing. Unfortunately, we don't have specific stats, but stats only gives us a general indication of the problem we're facing. There are so many cases that actually go unreported. And statistics also do not bring a child back. So I think we need to look past the fact of statistics, but rather to prevention and also finding the children that have gone missing.
Now, your research shows a very disturbing pattern. Can you tell us what happens to missing children cases between November and February?
We have a lot of cases over this time of year. It's festive season, it's silly season, it's school holiday. People are more relaxed. Our children are not in schools. They're out on the streets, and that just makes them more vulnerable to fall victim to any types of crime. Yes, we've also got kidnappings and human trafficking that has tremendously escalated in our country, and our children are the most vulnerable to fall victim to those types of crime. We do see often that children are playing outside in the streets unsupervised. Children are left alone while parents are working. There are stuff that can be implemented to keep our children safe. Our beaches are just as busy. Our shopping centers are just as busy. And that is also target areas for children to be taken or to actually go missing.
Now, you mentioned children disappearing from schools, from homes, from shopping centers during this festive period. Are we looking at opportunistic crimes, or is something more organized happening when our guard is down?
We do see a range of things. So we do see opportunistic kidnappings happening to our children. And then we've also seen organized crime happening, such as human trafficking. So it's a broad spectrum. We don't even have specific age groups that are targeted anymore or races being targeted. It really is a broad spectrum thing across our country. Whether you're living in a small town or a big city, this is happening everywhere. But we need to implement preventional measures to keep our children safe.
Let's talk about that 24-hour myth. How many parents are sitting at home right now waiting when they should be at the police station? I mean, what is that delay costing us?
Definitely. And we do see that quite often these days, that people are not going to go report them or the child that's missing at the police station, but rather actually going to social media and putting out their own post. And this is actually causing more problems for us, as then we are seeing quite a lot of extortion cases happening. So the whole 24-hour thing is a myth. There is absolutely no waiting period in reporting a child or an adult as missing in South Africa. So the quicker the case gets reported, the quicker action can be taken. But we do urge parents and guardians to please do not post your own post on social media with private contact details. It does tend to actually lead to extortion cases. Please follow the right routes, go to the police station immediately, report the case, contact us at Missing Children South Africa so we can start assisting immediately.
All right, so if parents shouldn't post their own contact details, whose contact details should they post? Because I can tell you for free, if my child went missing for 10 minutes, I'd be all over social media looking for my child and in the streets.
I do understand that. That's exactly why we are here as Missing Children South Africa. So what we do is we create a flyer with the necessary emergency numbers and that of the police station where the case has been reported, so that the right authorities can actually deal with the incoming calls or the leads that actually are generated. We do understand from a parent's side that they do want to put it out, and we do understand it, but unfortunately you can put your child in more harm in such a way.
Now, let's talk a little bit more about technology. Technology is supposed to keep us connected, right? Yet it's also being linked to disappearances, as you've rightfully indicated. How is unsupervised access to phones and social media putting children at risk?
Definitely. So social media is one of our biggest platforms where children are being groomed for human trafficking purposes or sexual related offenses. So we ask parents and guardians to please monitor your teenagers' social media use, even our little ones. I mean, any child has access to a phone these days. Please also be very vigilant of what you are posting about your children on social media, tagging of locations, photos in front of schools with school clothes, for instance, or just a vehicle with a number plate or a street name and an address. Please be very vigilant about that. There are wonderful apps out there that parents can actually download and monitor what your children are busy with on social media. Unfortunately, yes, I know social media is the go-to place for our teenagers, our children, but it's also a very scary place if you don't know what you're doing. We always worry about the stranger danger outside on the streets, but it's actually that stranger luring in your child's bedroom at night that you should be more afraid of.
Now, you've also said that even if we had statistics on missing children, they would only show a small amount of what's really happening. What are families not telling us? What is keeping them silent?
There are a lot of people that are unable to get to police stations, for instance, that do not report cases. Then we've also got people lacking trust in our police system that is not reporting cases. And as I mentioned earlier, people going to social media by themselves to post their child has gone missing without reporting it to the police station. But I do think if we really have to put those numbers together, the official stats and the statistics of the cases that are not reported, this is not just a crisis, it's a pandemic of children going missing in our country. And I really think we need to get that out there, that people can realize what situation we are facing and how dangerous it is for our children outside.
Now, Bianca, the case of Jocelyn Smith remains deeply painful for the country. Even with convictions, she's never been found. I mean, what does this case reveal about the limits of justice when a child is still missing?
Yes, unfortunately, Jocelyn is still missing, but so is so many other children. Cases that we are still working on dates back to 1983. Of children that are still currently missing. But we as an organization never give up on any of our cases. Yes, they might become cold cases, but someone out there knows something. So we never give up on any of our cases. But those children should not be forgotten. So we need the media to re-feature those cases, get it in the public eye, get the attention around those cases so someone can come forth with some leads that we can actually give those family the closure that they need, or reunite a family with their loved one. Unfortunately, yes, we've got so many children that go missing. Our police are overcapacitated with what they do. That is where we as an organization come in to assist them and make sure everything possible is being done when a child or a person goes missing.
Now, what simple, practical safety rules should families be enforcing right now when children are at malls, at beaches, or festivals, or visiting relatives?
Firstly, know where your child is at all times and whom they're with. Please leave them with trusted people. If you, for instance, have to leave your child with a nanny, please make sure that you vetted the person. And same with the schools, know who you're leaving your children with. Yes, our shopping centers, our beaches are very busy this time of year. Please dress, especially our younger children, in brightly colored clothes so they're easily spotted in a crowd of people. Children are inquisitive, so they tend to wander off and get lost, but that makes them an easy target again for people to actually take them. So always hold your child's hand where you are in the shopping mall or down at our beaches. Our teenagers, please always stay in a group of friends. It's called the buddy system. Never go anywhere by yourself. Then again, the stranger danger thing still exists. Please do not take things from strangers, get into cars with strangers. But then also, parents, guardians, please do not wait. If you find yourself in a situation where you do believe your child is missing, please report it to your nearest police station immediately and contact us at Missing Children South Africa. It's very important for parents to also have a recent photograph of your child with you at all times. So if you have to open the case, you've got that photo on hand immediately. We just ask that our communities also be vigilant. If you do suspect something in your area, if you do see a child wandering alone, please report it. Don't shy away. If we don't get these reports, we cannot intervene and assist. So we do ask the communities to stand together, open your eyes, report things that you are seeing, so we can just make South Africa a safer place for our children.
Bianca, thank you so much for your time this morning.
It's a pleasure. Thank you.
All right, that was Missing Children South Africa National Coordinator, Bianca van Aswegen.